All the drivers line up on the grid, and we're getting ready for the 5 red lights. And it's 1 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And the lights are out, and away we go. And Sweet Crown 19 of some wheel spin off the start, and it's going to be Jer who's going to try to get alongside him, and coming in the turn around on the outside. He's going to try to hang it on the outside, but ultimately it's Sweet Crown 19 who keeps it in first position. Biz Racing in second, but off the track, and it's major carnage down the order as Biz Racing stays in third. Jamian up to fourth with an incredible start, and Carter up to fifth position. What an amazing start for the Mercedes driver. He's really up the order right now, and it's gonna be Knight. Sorry, I think there's a little bit of problem there. Actually, sorry, no, it's updating my lineup right now, as there's always been an issue for some reason, but it's Sweet Crown 19 and Jer in second position, Kush in third, Mr. Cool in fourth, Duwill in fifth, and it's actually been Biz Racing down in ninth position. Pubed has had a bad start though, sitting down in eighth, and Lewis already has a 3-second time penalty, and here comes Pubed on the back of Sophion trying to make a move, but ultimately Sophion gets the better traction out of the turn. We already got blue flags waving, and riding on board of Duwill right now behind Mr. Cool, looking for possibly a move coming into the turn though, a little bit too far back. There's a bit of a move here, Carter, and look at this. Look at the McLaren of Jerome trying to put it around out Carter now, and Carter loses the position. Jerome with a nice move around the outside. And here we go, and oh, there's a hit between Infamous and Carter's off track, and he is going to be way down the order, and I believe Jedian will pass him now, and Carter in last, and he's just going to make a pit stop. Sweet Crown 19 goes fastest, Jer in second, and Isaac Kush in third. There's only one driver on the softs, and it's Duwill. And there's a big crash here for Biz Racing. He's had a crash of somebody, and it's a safety car deployed. So he's not out of the race, but that front wing is gone, and an early lap number 2 safety car. And here we go, safety car restart underway. Sweet Crown 19 leading the French Grand Prix ahead of Jer. Isaac Kush sitting in third position. Mr. Cool did not get the best jump, and Pube is going to be right on the back of him on the restart. Into the pits are a few drivers here, and it's Lewis into the pits early in this restart, and Sweet Crown 19 has gotten a very good getaway on this safety car restart ahead of Jer. There's a battle right now between the Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari right there. IRC Toby went on the inside of Sophion and got the move up into 6th position. So a great move, and there's a yellow flag. Jerome has had a crash. He's had a contact of somebody, maybe one of the Red Bull drivers. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to go back up to the top here as Jer is still very much in the fight for the lead of this race. Sweet Crown 19. And look at this one. They're going to make pit stops. Still not now. It's lap number 10, a little bit too early. Lap number 11 was where we predicted it would be, but with the safety car, I'm expecting lap 14, 15, they might make it a pit stop with those medium tires. Getting very close, and Jedian and Knight are having a side-by-side battle, and now Infamous Pillars might try to get involved. I'm going to ride on board of Jedian, though. He's going to go side-by-side with the Red Bull of Knight, and they're going to go side-by-side into the chicane, and Knight with the inside. Look at the wheel-to-wheel action right here with Jedian gaining the advantage, and now it's going to be Infamous Pillars. He might try to make it on the inside. That's a little bit off track, buddy. You don't want to be doing it right there. You might get in trouble, and Jer has taken the lead of the Grand Prix ahead of Sweet Crown 19. They're side by side. Are they going to go side by side into the right hand turn? This is going to be insane. And on the inside just makes it Sweet Crown 19 back into the lead of the Grand Prix. But Jer is right on the back of him. And this is the battle for the lead that we've been waiting for between these two amazing drivers. Isaac Kush a little bit further back, about 0.4 of a second separating them now as Sweet Crown 19 gets back ahead of Jer. Yes, it's Jer who makes Jer into the pits, so Jer reacts. So does Mr. Cool. Sweet Crown 19 will stay out, and Kush will take second position in this race, and he's got DRS now on Sweet Crown 19. Further up the pack, Sweet Crown 19 coming up close to that pit lane. Does he make the pit lane? Yes, he does. So does Kush. So here we go. Has Sweet Crown 19 done this well? Will he keep the lead of the race? Gonna ride on board with Jer. They're in Sector 3 right now. Jer behind ISRL Knight, who still has to make a pit stop, I believe, as well. IRC Toby will take the lead of the Grand Prix. And Knight does not make the pit stop. Here comes Jer. Coming around the final turn, Sweet Crown 19, where is he? He just gets out of his pit stop, and now he's going to reactivate it here. Where is Jer going to come? They're going to come out of the exit here, and I think, yes, Jer has gone ahead of Sweet Crown 19 after the pit stops, and the undercut has worked for Jer because Sweet Crown 19 is behind Jer, and Jer now behind Knight. He's just got to clear some traffic as a few of these drivers yet to make pit stops in this race. And here we go, Mr. Cool making a strategic move on his teammate as Jediant lets by his teammate. Now Mr. Cool can try to make a charge on those hard tires towards Sweet Crown 19 and Jer. And riding on board with Sweet Crown 19, he's getting very, very close. He's going to make a move around the outside, and it's going to be Jer off the inside line. This is the battle for the lead. On the inside is Sweet Crown 19. Jer with the better exit with traction, and Sweet Crown 19 slots it behind him for the moment, though. Coming into this flat right-hand turn, he's going to be able to make a move on the inside. He's getting very, very close, and look, right on the rear diffuser there. He's going to make a move on the inside. No, he stays behind him, and Jer somehow kept Sweet Crown 19 behind him and keeps the lead of this Grand Prix. And now Gurman is getting ahead of Carter, so Carter's having problems. He's dropping back a lot, and Carter gets another 3-second time penalty. Whatever happens to that pace with that Mercedes is all but gone, as now he's down to 12th. Here we go. ERS activated. Jer will do all he can. He might move to the outside line. Now it's going to be an outside dive. Sweet Crown 19 goes for the lead, and he takes the lead of the Grand Prix away from Jer coming into the chicane. And Jer could do all he could, but not able to keep the Sweet Crown 19 machine up behind him. And Sweet Crown 19 takes the lead of the Grand Prix. But now Jer, with those struggling hard tires, is going to drop back a little bit, but he's got Mr. Cool on his tail with those newer hard tires, and now Jer has to contend with him on the final lap possibly. But Sweet Crown 19 is going to win the French Grand Prix. Penalties I don't think are going to play here, and there's your top two. Here comes Mr. Cool, going to finish on the podium with a great race. No, he's going to drop down because of penalties, and Kush on the podium again, and what a race from Kush. Toby going to finish in 4th after his penalties, so Kush on track finishes behind Toby, but he gets ahead in penalties, so I think he'll feel a little bit happy about that. Pube will finish in 6th. Going down the order here, we still have some battles to contend with here, as Gurman will finish in 11th, and no, 10th for Bazim, and then Adrafta finishes in 10th. 19 positions up in that race at one point, and the selfie taken by Michael Schumacher, and there's your winner. It's Sweet Crown 19 who wins another one here in ISRL Esports. That's 2 wins in a row and 2 wins on the trot. And there's Jer, his championship rival, and Isaac Kush puts it on the podium again here with another fantastic drive from him. And he can just do no wrong in the races. Let's go over your final lineup here. And it's Sweet Crown 19 in 1st, 2nd for Jer, Isaac Kush in 3rd, 4th for IRC Toby, Mr. Cool in 5th, 6th for Pube, Do Will in 7th, Sophion in 9th, 9th for Jediant, 10th for Drafta, Gurman in 11th, Jamian in 12th, 13th for Infamous Pillars, 14th for Carter, and rounding off the points is ISRL Knight in 15th, 16th for Nathan, and Light F1 in 17th. Jerome does not finish the race, neither does Lewis, and Biz Racing in 20th, not finishing the race either.